Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.
All right, guys, welcome. FatMike, Fred Huebner, downtown.
Yeah, Cubs.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Cubs and White Sox hats. We're all
Cubs
ready.
and White Sox hats. Baseball is underway. We are here at beautiful downtown Downers Grove at
Orange and Brew.
Orange and Brew.
Yep.
Orange and Brew. Yes, Orange and Brew. Great little place down here. They got a bunch of beers on the wall here, a bunch of beers on tap, and
Including the Fat Mike.
including
So
the
if you want a Fat Mike,
There
you
you
got to
go,
come
right
down
there.
and get it right here.
There
A
you
Fat
go.
Mike. I'm drinking a Moore's Session Ale. Great stuff. You see the Orange and Brew logo right here on the glass. And we're here also because they're trying to raise some money.
Yes.
For Tracy Abrams and his mentoring impact.
Yes, Chicago Impact Charity. Yes,
Yeah.
They got a free throw contest going on down here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pop a shot, practice your free throws in, get them on in. It's going to be a fun time hanging out with everybody, having a few beers and watching baseball and shooting free throws all day, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
You got the Sox on, the Cubs are on, the White Sox are winning, and another player went down.
Another player
Oh
went
my
down.
God! AJ Pollock goes down with it. Looks like a hamstring. And
Hey.
it's like one game. Okay, 2 games, 2 guys down.
I made a post earlier, Fred, that, and this is legit. It seems like everything with this White Sox team right now is just in shambles. Within one game in, that's it. We're one game in,
Yeah,
and they're all banged up. With
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet hitting the IL for the season. It looks like, correct?
well,
He's gonna be done with
yeah.
Tommy
He's
John?
having Tommy John.
Right, and
He looked
then
very nice. He was posing
Giolito.
after his surgery. Yeah,
Giolito
gets hurt
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah,
And we were
and they
talking.
don't know what it is either. I heard
Well-
LaRussa today. He goes, "We're not 100% sure what it is, but it's not. They don't think it's an oblique, but he'll miss at least 2 starts." And that just means we'll probably see more of Dallas Keuchel, which is just a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
I thought I heard a report, but I could be wrong. Did Giolito put on weight in the offseason, like
Yeah.
20, 25
He
pounds?
put on a
something
little
like
bit
that,
of
right?
weight, but I think some of it was muscle. And you know, you and I, we don't have a problem with muscle
We
pulls.
got John Daly syndrome. Yeah.
We don't have muscle pulls here.
We
So sometimes you work out, you're too strong. And the funny thing is, they got rid of their strength and conditioning guy, Alan Thomas.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're having all these problems. Now, I'm not saying that he's the reason they're having all these problems. But remember years ago when Lovie Smith came to the Bears? Remember all the hamstring
Yep.
injuries they were having?
Yep.
So sometimes it is the way you're trained, the way you're working out in preseason, and who knows?
It could be. This could be a very, very dangerous season for this White Sox team. I mean, I know this. Everybody says you don't win the division in April. You don't.
Right.
You don't make it to the playoffs in April. You're not. But these games now, where they're expected to come out of the gate swinging and hitting their stride early with this team mentally prepped and ready prepped from last
Yeah.
season, and boom, right off the bat, these injuries occur. It's
Right.
not good.
Yeah, and we're not just bitching and moaning because they lost yesterday, okay?
Right.
It's because of the injuries they have coming up with all these other guys. I mean, Giolito's their guy, their number 1 guy after Lance Lynn went down. And you got Lance Lynn out for a couple of months.
Right.
So, you take 2 of your guys out of the rotation right off the bat. Dylan Cease pitching today. Then you've got
Pitching good,
Keuchel.
too.
Yeah, and you're going to have to go with other guys you were not expecting. And they were the bullpen yesterday. Aaron Bummer struggled. Liam Hendricks didn't do the
Yep.
job. And I know it's only 1 game, but it's funny. You said you don't win the division in April, but you can lose the division.
Yes, exactly.
In April. And the Sox have done that for years. They've lost the division because they had a bad Aprils. Aprils count as much as May, June, July, and August. They all
Right.
count.
Right.
So
And this team, I mean, obviously the White Sox are slated to win this division, not handedly, but pretty much with ease. The rest of the teams in the division are not that great.
Detroit's getting better.
Detroit played
Yeah.
the best second half baseball. They had the best record in the second half of any team in Major League Baseball last year.
They had a great record in the division after May 8th last year. They would have been only 6 games back of the White Sox. Sox won the division by 13.
Right.
But the Tigers played well, and they add, you add Tucker Barnhart behind the plate, a good
Yep.
defensive catcher, someone that's not Yasmani Grandal. Then you also add
Javi
Javi
Baez,
Baez. You get Torkelson, the young guy playing first base.
Austin Meadows.
Yeah, Austin Meadows comes over. They got some really good players, and they got some great pitching, great
Yes.
young pitching that they've had. Casey Mize, Mike Manning, and you got
Jared
Skubal.
Skubal.
Oh my God, Skubal's a guy that a lot of people really like. I heard somebody on MLB Network pick him as an early Cy Young candidate.
Yeah.
So
Tariq Skubal reminds me a lot. He's got that filthiness,
yeah,
just like Dylan Cease has.
Yep.
And last year, with the games that I would watch him pitch against the White Sox, it was one of those things where it was like somebody needs to tell him how good he is.
Right.
Just like somebody needs to sit down with Dylan Cease and be like, listen, dude, you have what it takes to do this.
Yeah.
You have all the makings of being a solid player and a great pitcher in this league. You just got to believe in yourself.
Many times pitchers, they try to outsmart themselves because they think, well, I shouldn't throw this. The guys expect this. You know what? Throw what you have. Throw your best stuff.
Right.
And the White Sox are counting on a guy like Michael Kopech, who we have no idea what we're going to get. The Sox are going to get from Michael Kopech this year. You lose a Carlos Rodon, and again, I wasn't surprised the White Sox didn't pay him the money that he wanted. He got good money from the Giants. I think he pitches today or tomorrow for San Francisco, and it'll be fun to see how he does out there. But yeah, I mean, they're going to hit the ball. I mean, Luis Robert looks, he's just hitting line drives everywhere.
Right.
They're going to be able to hit the ball this year. The problem is, can their pitch and hang in there? And it's tough because they had a really good rotation. But you take Lance Lynn and Lucas Giolito out for the next 2.5 weeks. Who knows what's going to happen?
I mean, I know Lance Lynn's scheduled not even to start throwing off a mound for a month.
Right, a month.
So and then a month goes. You got to rehab that.
Yep.
Do what you got to do.
Yep.
So we're probably looking. I would honestly, in my opinion, just me being a fan, when something like this happens, it usually takes about 2 months. So he's probably going to miss about 8 starts. I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Least. And then Giolito now. Like I want to bounce back on that here a little bit. I was talking this morning with my brother, and with that added weight that he put on, yes, it may look like muscle and stuff, and that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But he didn't look. It's 40 degrees out yesterday in Chicago.
Yeah.
You're tightening up muscle cramps.
I know.
That means you're out of shape. That's like me. That's like me with me drinking beers all day and I get a cramp at night. You know that's something's wrong there.
Right.
And this is something that you hope to God it's not an oblique.
No.
Because look at guys like who was Jack Flaherty,
yeah.
Jack Flaherty down in St.
Out
Louis
for a long time.
He was out almost the entire year last year because of an oblique injury. So this could be really make or break right now, this specific April, going into May for the Chicago White Sox team. If they don't get healthy quick, and they got to do it quick.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the teams in the division are getting back young players. Then you got Carlos Correa going to Minnesota.
Yep.
You got Byron Buxton, who, again, if he stays healthy, a lot of people picking him for an MVP candidate.
Right.
And they got some better pitching. Minnesota's always tough. Kansas City, a young team, they're trying to put some stuff together, but they have Bobby Witt Jr., who came up, got a game-winning hit, or got a big hit, an RBI in their first game of the season. So it's not going to be easy. May is a tough month. The White Sox get the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Cubs all in May.
And Boston.
Very, very yes, and Boston. Very, very tough. May, right? Yeah. Very, very tough May. So they got a lot to deal with. And like
the Cubs are an easy one.
I don't know, man.
Cubs are an easy one.
Right now, they're 1-0. They're the best team in Chicago.
Yeah, I said it yesterday.
And Kyle Hendricks pitched well.
He did.
He didn't give up 4 homers in the first inning.
Didn't.
It's a good thing.
He did.
He pitched well. They got some Patrick Wisdom's just hitting deep fly balls.
Yep.
And in the summer, those one goes out.
Ian Happ.
Yep.
I
Nico
can't stand
Horner,
Ian Happ.
First homer in baseball this year.
2019.
Nico Horner.
First homer since 2019 from Nico Horner.
Well, it was his first one of the year. I mean, first one of the year in Major League Baseball because they were the first game this year.
Remember Ian Happ did that shit a couple of years back too? Leadoff homer, and then the rest of the year he was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, but he's making coffee now and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
He's brewing coffee. He's got Congo coffee, and he's got a bunch of other coffees and stuff like that. So apparently, he's all ready. He's psyched up to go. But I like Ian Happ. He's a really good guy, and I want him to perform better. They're going with, they bring in over Andrelton Simmons, and he's out.
Right.
And they bring over some other guys that are out for the start of the season.
What about Seiya?
Seiya got, he walked his first at bat, got a single in his second at bat. That was awesome. He's a guy that the Cub fans are going to love.
Right.
I mean, they loved Fukudome when he was here.
Yeah, Fukudome was really good, man. Yeah. I liked Fukudome. The thing I liked about Fukudome, and I said this too, Cubs take the lead, early lead, 1-0 here, it looks like, on a walk by Woodruff.
Jeez, they get to face 2 of the best pitchers in baseball the first 2 games of the year. Right? They win the first game, and they're up on the second game, so that's pretty good.
This, where was I going with this? Oh, the Fukudome. I was talking with a couple of my baseball buddies and stuff like that. Honestly, since Kosuke Fukudome was here, he may have been the best all-around outfielder the Cubs have had since.
You're not counting Hayward, huh?
No.
Sorry, I couldn't say that.
Let me roll on over to the second baseman or pop it up to the catcher? No.
Yeah, it's so funny because years ago, David Kaplan over at ESPN said something that he should change his number from 22 to 43. because he
4-3
has more
putout.
he has more 4-3 putouts than anybody in baseball. And
That's a good one.
I didn't disagree. I thought
Yeah.
that was one of the better things Kaplan's done in a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now you can catch him on Unfiltered apparently Monday through Friday.
Yeah. It's one of those things, man, that the Cubs are in such a weird position for me being a diehard Cub fan now. Like you're a Sox fan. You're expecting your team to be good. They are going to be a good team.
They should.
On my hand, of the other end of the spectrum here, we're watching guys like Frank the Tank Schwindel right now and Patrick Wisdom, guys that aren't on any other big league roster. They're not even on the team.
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
Probably
so
not.
It's like we're consistently watching quad A ball. You know what I mean? We're watching a bunch of guys that are good enough for
But
quad A.
you know what? The thing is, they got an opportunity last year,
Right.
and they
They
performed.
shined. They shined.
Yeah. Patrick Wisdom, a guy like I
You
said,
got a nickname. It takes a lot of effort to get a nickname if you're okay.
these deep fly balls that Wisdom hit in a game the other day in the regular season with the wind blowing out of Wrigley, those will all be home runs. Okay, those would be home runs. Those would be balls that would be landing in the basket and stuff like that.
Right.
Patrick Wisdom's a guy that I picked in my fantasy league late in the draft.
There was nobody else out there besides.
Oh yeah, there
Wisdom?
were.
Oh, okay.
Grabbing Patrick Wisdom. You never know. Plus, I didn't have any other third baseman, so
Cubs take a 2-0 lead.
Look
Frank
at
the
that.
Tank Schwindel.
See?
Frank the Tank, baby.
Unbelievable.
Frank the Tank.
You can't stop this team.
Again, guys.
Magical scores.
Yeah, Magical score. Yeah. Oh, he scored 2?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was one of yeah. But see, a lot of it's funny. I heard a lot of Cub fans already. I guess Madrigal made a rough play.
He's not a good glove.
He's not bad. He's better than probably better than you've had in the past. Not like Ryan Sandberg better, but I mean he's
Ryan Terrio won a Gold Glove.
that's scary.
He did.
Yeah. Wow.
The Riot, Ryan the Riot started up with the Riot, baby.
Remember how much they loved him here in town?
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember calling into actually I think it was actually your show
It could have been.
that I called into the one that was who was the second baseman for the White Sox at the time? Little guy, Beckham, Gordon Beckham.
Gordon Beckham.
Who was the better second baseman, Gordon Beckham or Ryan
Oh,
Terrio?
it's Ryan Terrio. There's no doubt.
And it was at that specific moment, and everybody thought that Gordon Beckham was going to be something way bigger than he was.
But you know what they did? They rushed him.
Right.
They brought him up too soon. They brought the White Sox have a history of bringing guys up too quickly. And they've done it before. They've done it with pitchers. They've done it with a lot of other people. So we'll see how things go. We'll see. Like I said, tomorrow I can't wait. Michael Kopech goes. He gets his first start of the season coming up tomorrow in Detroit. So we'll see how that goes.
Do you think he's a dude? Do you think like I have always looked at Michael Kopech kind of like how I've looked at Eddie Goldman, especially over the last 3 seasons. It just seems like he has all the talent in the world.
You can't keep him on the field.
He just doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
Do you think he's one of those guys? I mean,
I don't.
I'm not going to bring up any like the mental health stuff that Don Cooper brought up.
Right.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to bring any of that up. That's everybody has their own personal issues and own personal battles.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about specifically. Do you think Michael Kopech actually wants to play the game of baseball?
I think if he wants, I mean, that's what he's good at.
Right.
So you would think that he'd want to do what he's good at. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see it because it was funny. At the end of last year, one of the best podcasts I've heard in a long time was the Chicago White Sox Talk podcast with Chuck Garfien.
Yeah,
he had
Chuck's
Steve
great,
Stone
yeah.
on. And Stone said the one thing with Michael Kopech is he has to realize you don't have to throw every pitch 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
You got to be able to vary your fastball. You got to be able to do other things with your fastball, not just try to blow people away. And once he learns that, he can be a heck of a pitcher. Now, hopefully, Ethan Katz, the White Sox pitching coach, is teaching these guys this because you don't need to do that.
Right.
And right now, they need to have Michael Kopech go out there and pitch and be out there each and every start because without Giolito right now and without Lance Lynn, they're going to be struggling. They're going to have to figure out some other guys to start.
Right. And with Keuchel in that rotation, It's going to be tough. The good thing is you guys did land a couple. You guys do have some decent long arms, though. And a pickup that you guys made this week that I actually really like, a lot of people are, I mean, they're shitting on it quick, is the pickup of Johnny Cueto.
Yeah.
I don't mind that pickup for the White Sox.
No,
a veteran guy. He has better stuff than Giolito. Than Keuchel does.
They may rush him to start sooner than May.
And you're talking about a guy like we were just talking about how you said Steve Stone and Chuck Garfien. We're talking about how Kopech doesn't need to throw the ball 110 miles an hour all the time.
Right.
One of those things that Johnny Cueto does, he doesn't throw 95, 96, 98 anymore.
No.
But what he does, he throws off hitters' timing with his delivery to the plate.
Sure.
And that's very, very, and he does it without causing balks.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I don't know how he does this all the time, because if I was up, I'd be like, balk, like immediately, like, because he does it so well.
Well, he does most of it when there's nobody on base, because he does a lot of things like that.
Like the leg kick,
right.
or like the delivery 2 in and then step to the plate. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, but he you know what? They were hoping maybe he can get some starts in May, but with Giolito going down and with Lance Lynn going down, you got your 1 and 2 starters going down. You're going to need to have somebody step up early. Maybe it's Johnny Cueto in 2 weeks or so.
I honestly think that's the case. It looks like Yosmani just went deep. Yosmani Grandal went deep.
No, he sucks too.
Yeah,
he can't catch the ball. Yeah, he's going to be able to hit home runs here and there, but he's not a guy.
Look at Jay Hay getting it done. Look at this.
Look at it. 3-0 Cubs.
4-0 White Sox in the top of the 6th, and we got 3-0 Cubs in the bottom of the first. Look at this.
Crosstown series.
Jason Hayward finally getting it done. He still rolled it to the second baseman, though. Watch.
He's playing center field now.
Still rolls to the second baseman. This guy, I tell you, every time you know where the ball's going with that guy.
He's playing center field right now for the Cubs, and they got Seiya, right?
Seiya Suzuki,
right?
yeah. He's a good defender, too, though.
Yeah.
He ain't no slouch.
No.
I watched some highlights of that guy. That guy's a cannon.
You know what? The thing is, when you got young guys like this and guys that are no names are out there busting their ass trying to play well,
right?
Something that maybe sometimes some of these other stars are not doing. And, they don't have the pitching staff, but they can pick up guys like Miley and Smiley, and Stroman goes tomorrow.
Miley, Smiley, and Stroman
tomorrow, right?
That sounds like That sounds like something out of like the old Stooges episode.
Oh yeah,
Miley, Smiley, and Miley, Smiley.
Yeah. Do we cheat him and how? Yeah. So there's no doubt. So it'll be fun to watch if you have Marquee. I don't right now because I switched over to YouTube TV and don't have Marquee. I can't get Marquee, so we'll see if I can get it in a couple of months. Otherwise, I'll follow them. If you follow their Facebook, a lot of times you get a lot of, as soon as the game's over, you get all the highlights and all the other things. Yeah. So I'll end up doing that and things like that. I bought MLB. I didn't buy MLB TV, just MLB.com, so you see the highlights and everything else.
Well, I love MLB.com because, when I'm actually doing it at my job, I'll have my headphones in, and MLB.com I can listen to any game.
I know.
On any radio broadcast that I want to. So, like today, obviously the Cubs are playing the Brewers here. I can click on the Cubs game, but if I don't like the Cubs broadcast, I can go to the Milwaukee broadcast.
You don't like Coomer.
I don't like Coomer.
And it's not got nothing to do with his broadcast style.
No.
I know.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy in the air.
He's got wonderful pizza at Coombs Corner.
He's got a great pork chop sandwich.
Yeah.
Over at Coombs Corner.
Yeah. Really good place in Lockport.
Not a sponsor, but hey, we're willing, Ron. Maybe you and I can hash this out, Ron.
Very willing to have you sponsor the shows. That's fine.
Yeah.
And if we turn up there enough, maybe who will? Maybe the owner. Maybe the guy that runs the place, not Coomer.
Yeah.
He's just got his name on it. But I like Pat Hughes. Pat Hughes is great.
I love Pat Hughes.
Pat Hughes wore a sweater on the opening day, the same sweater he wore, I think he said in 1990.
Yeah.
And I love Pat Hughes. Pat Hughes calls a great game. And he's very funny. He's sarcastic. You just got to catch what he's saying and figure it out.
I think he's funny. Yeah, he's good. I like, I've been saying this for years. My affinity for being a Cub fan is just par none. I've always been.
Your dad's a Cub fan too.
I know. Yeah.
He ruined you. That's how it is. He ruined you.
But
I talked to your dad. He knows baseball. That's not surprised he's a Cub fan.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but see, he became a Cub fan when the Cubs had. Banks and Williams and Sano and Becker, the infield, Sano, Kessinger, Becker, and Banks, the infield third to first. I can remember hearing Brickhouse say it. And it was great. They had wonderful teams back then. But they had such struggles over the years.
I've always said this, though, too. Like I said, my affinity being a Cub fan is awesome, right? Pat Hughes, I've always said for the last 10 years of my life, I just want him to read me Goodnight Moon as I'm about to fall asleep.
Okay.
Legit, because he's just has that perfect voice for the air.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. Has that perfect voice for the air.
He's very, very good. Yeah. He's a great broadcaster. He's a lot of fun. But the baseball is going to be fun throughout the year.
It is.
And I'm glad they finally got everything. Right, I'm glad they finally got everything figured out. They're playing the game, and people will forget. I think people will forget about everything they went through. I'm looking forward to going out to the ballpark a few times this year, and it'll be fun. One way or another, it'll be fun. It's aggravating. It's the second day of the season for the White Sox. I'm already aggravated. I'm already pissed off about Bummer and Liam Hendricks already pissing me off.
Well, you got a what up Fred's can already or no?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's a mess show, it's still a good show. Again, guys, we're here in downtown Downers Grove at Orange and Brew Bottle Shop and Bar Tap. This place is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It's absolutely fantastic. You should see all the different beers that they have on the walls here. I'll give you guys a little glimpse here. This is what they got going on here. Say hi, everybody. Up. Let me settle everything down. Look at all these beers. There's Eric. He's the guy that owns the place. Look at all these beers here. This is absolutely unbelievable.
It's great.
Pouring beers, doing everything that they got to do. There's our bartender. He's kicking ass for us all day.
Pete's doing a great job.
Awesome patrons here. And the place is just absolutely phenomenal. Loaded with TVs everywhere. The settings really nice. There's Fred's side of the head.
Oh, my God.
More TVs. These awesome clocks are all over the place. I love these. I got to get one with FatMike's logo on it and hang it up on the wall.
Yeah, and there were, again, if you enjoyed Fat Mike's over at Nick and Ivy, and
Yes.
if you gone to Burkott's and you can't get any more Fat Mike's, you can come out here. We have Fat Mike's on tap
Yes.
here at Orange and Brew throughout the afternoon, and that's great. I know they're going to be making it again later. I think in the summer,
Yes.
they're going to make more of the Huebner beer in the summer.
I was actually talking to Paul about this, and I guess Paul's got a couple beers in here at Orange and Brew.
Snow Oasis is here.
Yeah, Snow Ace, which is I had one of those. So I told you I had a wake and funeral to go to this past week.
And you got another one tomorrow.
Yeah, I got another one tomorrow night or a Monday night going in. But I was at. We went to how when people die, you go to that after dinner thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. You
Yeah,
celebrate and you just tell a bunch of dick and fart jokes, and everybody laughs, forgets about to just put somebody in a hole. But
sure.
we're sitting there and we're hanging out doing our thing. We go to Marishka's out in Crest Hill.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have not.
They're unbelievable. Okay, not a sponsor. If you guys want to be a sponsor, we'll take it. They got this poor boy, right? It's about. I'm not even joking you, Fred. It's this big. It's
Okay.
a foot long poor boy, garlic bread, and whatever cheese you want on it.
Okay.
All right. It's delicious.
What was your cheese of choice?
Come on, I'm a fat guy. I took both cheeses. I took American and Swiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
American and Swiss on that bad boy with the garlic bread, some caramelized onions on the side, put it on the sandwich, you're good to go. Fries well done. But I was telling Chad, the brewer, this at Nick and Ivy yesterday.
Chad's great. Yeah.
I had the coldest beer I've ever had in my life from their tap. And I'm not even joking. They gave me a glass and the bottom of it started to frost up. It was not a frosted glass. That's how cold the beer. It was delicious, and it was a Snow Oasis. From Nick
Was
and
it really?
Yes. It was absolutely unbelievable.
There's a thing, and any of the beer drinkers out there, it's funny because there was a while there where people used to love putting their beer glasses in the freezer so you'd have a frozen glass. The problem is that when you do that, when the frozen glass melts, it dilutes the beer.
Right.
So you really, if you're having a good beer or if you're having a really good craft beer that you really enjoy, you don't want to water it down.
Right.
If you're having a Miller Lite, a Bud Light, you're just out in the summer.
water anyways,
boom,
yeah.
Boom. Let's just crank it up and do it that way. But these glasses are great.
Yeah,
These Orange and Brew glasses are wonderful. And you drank yours a lot quicker than I drank mine. It just meant I was talking more than you.
Well, I just know what it is. Well, I don't know about that. It's just, like you said, do something that you're good at, right? Do something you're good at.
Always.
If there was a professional beer drinker, I think I'd be champion of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I seriously think I'd be runner-up or very close to champion of the world every year. I can do that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So Cubs are winning. Sox are in a commercial, but they're winning.
They are winning.
Yeah, and
It's a good day in Chicago. It's nice when both teams win.
it is a good
But
day.
if it stays like this, if the scores stay like this, the Cubs are still the best team in Chicago. Yeah.
Best team in baseball.
Undefeated. Right? Undefeated, right?
Yeah. They're
Look
up
at
3-0 on the Brewers. The Brewers, the team expected to win, if not, compete, if not win that division
Right.
in the National League. So,
Look at Dylan Cease just destroying it today. That mustache is terrible.
oh, it's brutal.
He should be on a child protection list.
He must have no friends because if he had a friend, nobody would tell him that is a good-looking mustache.
No, that's terrible. But you know what? He's trying to embrace Chicago, and I dig it.
Well,
I like it. I like it.
Maybe his significant other likes it, and if that's the case, then go ahead. I understand.
Somebody has to send him a free mustache ride shirt
Yeah.
immediately.
Sure.
But it's cool. But he's pitching his ass off right now. 8 strikeouts through 5. He's been
The
unbelievable.
over/under on strikeouts for him was 6.5 today.
So
and
there
it was
you go.
plus number. I didn't have it. I didn't take it. I took
Wow.
Abreu to hit a homer today, and I took the Fire to win their game but they're scoreless, I think, in the second half, unless they scored a goal or someone else did. They're playing Orlando City, so lots going on. And then Monday, I'm going to talk about the Fire. I'm going to talk about baseball. Hope to have Josh Nelson on from the Sox Machine
That'd be cool.
podcast.
Josh is great.
Yeah,
that podcast is great. Yeah,
it's awesome. They do a lot of in-depth stuff on the White Sox. You got a show on Wednesday.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a lot going on at 1252. Always. And it's funny. People ask me, they go, I was at my doctor the other day, and he goes, how do I find your podcast? I said, easy. I said, the easiest way to find the old podcast is go to YouTube,
right,
go to Spotify, and just look for 1252 Sports. You'll find all of our podcasts.
It's so easy. It's all with one thing.
Yeah.
1252 Sports.
Yep.
It pops right up, guys. You can find all of our stuff, even if you Google it. You Google 1252 Sports, all our shows come up, from Fred's show to David's show to my show to Mike on the Mic, and to Bear Fans with the Brain, who had a great show this last Thursday.
Oh my God, they had Erlacher and Rosie Colvin and Warwick Holdman. Awesome.
I mean,
show.
talk about it. I mean, that gives me goosebumps. Now, I mean, really, because that's the best linebacking core that I think I've ever seen being here alive in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's the best linebacking core I've seen. I loved it.
Rosie Colvin was one of the best linebackers the Bears ever had.
Yes.
And then you
throw
let him
Erlacher
go.
in
there and Warwick Holdman in there. Yeah, Rosie went to play for the
Patriots.
The Patriots. I heard part of the show, and he was talking about playing for Belichick and everything else like that. Great show. So Bears fans with a brain. And we also have Cubs fans with a brain and White Sox fans with a brain.
They're your perfect places to go to and argue sports, argue your Cubs, argue the Cubs, argue the White Sox. But not only that, we got Harry had a great show last night too.
Yep.
Harry the Greek, he's
On
our
Fridays.
betting guy. Him and Peter Blake always going out there and give you the hot odds to bet on that week. And I tell you what, during the football season, Harry was hotter than anybody in the nation.
Yep.
He was hot. I think he rolled out a 74% this year in football.
Football's great.
And literally, he had 2 shit weeks, Fred. 2. And then he rode a hot hand from week 1 to week 9. 10 and 11 were shit. The next 6 weeks where he was just right on it.
The tough part about baseball is there's so many things you can bet on. Okay? Like I bet on Abreu to homer today. You could have bet Dylan Cease on 6.5 plus strikeouts, which I should have. It was plus 106, I think it was. You could have bet the White Sox. You could have bet whatever. But I bet the Masters is going on.
Yes.
Okay? I bet Scotty Scheffler to win earlier. So I bet $5. If he wins, I get $85.
There you go.
He's up by 5 strokes.
There you go,
today. I also bet Brooks Koepka. He missed the cut.
Yeah.
I bet Morikawa to finish in the top 5.
I like Colin Morikawa.
He's not there right now. But you never know. You got 2 more rounds to see what happens. But it's great. There's so many things in gambling right now. And so Harry's show is great because Harry gives you all this stuff. And he El Paso's a lot of stuff. Harry does it the right way. When Harry doesn't want to do it, he sends it to El Paso.
Right.
El Paso. Forget it, not doing it. And which is something I'm struggling with. I have 2 of the betting things. I have Bet Rivers and I have PointsBet.
Okay.
PointsBet has $1.13 in it. Bet Rivers, but see, PointsBet I have Scheffler. So if Scheffler holds on, I'll have $86.
There you go, 86.13, right?
There we go. So we're hoping that happens. But people say you want to get a FanDuel, MGM. What do you want? There's so many of them out there, and you've got to be a responsible gambler.
Oh,
Otherwise, you got to be careful because you can lose your money. You can be out. And the nice part about this is it's not like having a bookie where you just pick up the phone and call them, and then all of a sudden the guy comes knocking on your door.
Break your legs.
You can only bet if the money's in your account, which is perfect.
Right.
Perfect way of doing it. You just don't want to lose your house,
Right. No, yeah, exactly.
That's not a good thing.
Well, I signed, I'm on FanDuel, and I signed Megan up during the tournament. Because if you signed up, you get the referral, and you get a free $150 to play with. I'm like, cool.
So you say Megan up.
I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, there you go. I'm like, all right, Meg, there you go. So I'm like, what's your money? I'm like, I want you to get invested because during the football season, man, Sundays at my house, it's like religion. We sit there. I mean, we don't leave the house. I am at home cooking food at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Drinking by 10 a.m. Watching football, betting all year, right?
Yep.
So I hook her up with this free $150. It's the night of the tournament, UNC Duke.
Okay.
All right.
Big game.
I'm like, all right, babe. I'm like, who are you taking?
That was
that Friday night. Friday night, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Friday night. I'm like, who do you want, babe? And I'm like, you got to put it in now. She's like, okay. She takes UNC. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, you got to play your $5, hit it, you're good to go. She hits, she wins.
There you go.
She boom, she's ready to rock and roll. Then she bets the other night. We do the UNC
Championship game?
Do the championship game. And I'm like, who do you want? She's like, I think Kansas.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, hey, and then boom, out the gate. Out the gate, though, it looked bad.
I know.
I wish I would have waited to the half to make that bet for her, to bet on Kansas, because you could have got them. I mean, they were really getting points at that point.
Yeah.
They were down 15 at the half.
Yeah.
You could have got them for like plus 12, and it would have been an easy bet to make it. She would have won double. It would have been great. It would have been awesome.
I know, but she won.
She did. She still won.
She
still won.
So that's nice.
She's better than me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? A lot of times we think too much.
Yeah.
We think too much, and we worry about certain things that don't come into play. They're not even going to be.
The wind's at 9 miles an hour today. I don't know what's
who
going to happen.
cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
speaking of the Masters, though, I know that you're a big golf guy. You're a big golf guy. Well, I just wanted
we're
to
all
bring
supposed to love Tiger because he made the cut.
Hey, yes. Tiger makes golf good, man. He does.
Yeah.
He does. It makes it a lot more exciting to watch Tiger out there than just a bunch of guys that.
Nah, for me.
He built the sport, man. He made golf.
Yeah, I know. There was Arnie Palmer and Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, and those guys were great. Those guys were great.
Yeah.
I watched Tiger Woods his entire career, man. He's absolutely unbelievable. So when he made the cutout, I was happy for him. And then watch, he's going to make a push today.
He may. Hopefully he does.
Watch him make a push today.
Yeah.
And the best part about watching Tiger Woods watching him go, when you see those guys that are ahead of him just completely crap the bed.
They do.
It's like you can see it in their face, like, oh, Tiger's 2 behind now with 11 more holes.
I know.
And they crumble. That's one I got goosebumps thinking about. That's one of my favorite things about all sports. All right.
Talking about Tiger?
Talking about Tiger. Uh-oh. Tiger's putting in 2, it looks like. Or just 1, maybe. Uh-oh.
Tigers, not Tiger.
Yeah. Tigers. Just 1. Just
Yeah,
1.
they brought Ronaldo Lopez in relief, who should be a starter. So we'll see what happens.
But the Masters is fun. And the one thing I wanted to say, too, is did you see what Bryson DeChambeau said?
No.
Where he treats the Masters as a par 67 course?
No, I didn't.
He's like, oh, I hit. Yeah, he's like, all these big, long par 5s, I make it there in 2. So what's
Did he make the cut?
And he was at plus 11 yesterday.
Yeah, so no.
It was bad. It was bad. And everybody hates Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Everybody. I don't even think nobody likes him.
No. You know what we got to do? I'm drinking beer. You know what that means?
We got to take a break.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
We'll be right back,
Can
guys.
you do that?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
We'll get some more people to tune in.
Get some more people to tune in. Exactly. All right, guys. We'll be back here in a minute. A couple words from a couple of our sponsors. Be back. You are listening to 1252 Sports Entertainment. Parental discretion may be advised.
Woo! It's about that time. FatMike, Chicago Sports. Yeah. Woo. Finally here. Shot City Sports is right here. Updates on news, get it here. No rumors, cause we keep it real. FatMike. Sit back, relax, suck a beer one of them nights.
Hey, this is Carmen DeFalco from ESPN Chicago, and you're listening to the Fat Mike Sports Show.
Hey, this is Dave Richard from CBS Sports, and you're listening to the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show.
Hi, this is Jesse Rogers for the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott Merkin, the longtime White Sox beat writer for MLB.com and proud graduate of the University of Michigan. You're listening to me on the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show.
This is Chuck Arline, and you are listening to the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show. It's the best.
Hey, what's up? This is Greg Braggs Jr. from Braggs in the Stands, and you're listening to my guys on the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show. Boom!
Hey, everyone, Fred Huebner from ESPN 1000. Great to be on the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show. I'm Dan Zaborski, senior writer for Fangraphs, and you're listening to Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show.
I'm JJ Stankovich from NBCSportsChicago.com and the Under Center podcast, and you're listening to the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey, Sparkle, you know what I listen to? It's the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show with my guy, Fat Mike. If you listen anywhere else, no shock. Listen to Fat Mike, the best.
Hello, this is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show as well as the 1252 brand because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend. Or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's Nikivy brewing.com. Come in today for a fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
Fozzie football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fozzie football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Megaplex Sports Complex is a 78,000 square foot center filled with hardwood and turf. They have baseball rentals with batting cages, softball, soccer, lacrosse, gymnastics, cheerleading, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. It also features a bar and grill with the best pizza and beef sandwiches around. They cater to events such as birthdays, graduations, corporate parties, as well as memorabilia shows. Check them out at Megaplex Sports Complex, 15301 South Bell Road in Homer Glen, 708-966-4210.
All right, guys, and we're back. Welcome back. Again, Freddie and I live here at Orange Brew in downtown Downers Grove.
And you can see my face through the glass, so you know that means I need another one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. And we were talking earlier, guys. We were sitting there laughing. This place is awesome. They get the big, great windows in front of us here, looking out over downtown Downers Grove. I showed you guys earlier all the beers that are on the wall here, but with the sun pouring in through the windows,
we are like clear.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're like as white as can possibly
You ever seen
be.
that movie Powder?
Yes,
We're whiter than powder right now.
It's pretty scary right now.
Yeah,
but it's a great time. People are packing the place up.
Yes,
we got a free throw shooting contest going on in the back, and we're trying to raise some money for Tracy Abrams' charity, the Chicago Mentoring Impact, and
Positive Chicago Impact. Yes, that's going out, guys. It's a lot of fun down here. I'm having a blast.
Yeah,
we got a kid over here playing Battleship. We got kids playing the bottle flip game over here.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. So after this, Fred, all this baseball today, all this talking, we're having a fun time. I got a fantasy baseball draft to go to. All right.
Yeah.
But I gotta bring this up now
because you played fantasy football.
Because I played fantasy football too, but I did win this year. I don't know. Do I say that I win this, or do I say that I have to dome this?
You have to put this on your car now.
Right. Yeah. This is not good. It says I suck at fantasy football, guys.
There you go.
There you go.
Front, yeah.
Boom. I suck at fantasy football.
There you go.
I got to put this on my car today. And I'm not looking forward to it. They're like, oh, well, you should have put it up when I got it. Well,
you should have actually.
I didn't know it was even up there.
Listen, all the fantasy games are so tough. You're relying on other guys to make money for you
and
health situations and all that stuff. And we saw what's happened the first couple of days with the White Sox, injuries and things like that. So AJ Pollock goes down. You got Lance Lynn. You got Giolito. Everybody goes down. So you never know. It's a long season. See, baseball's a tougher sport.
Right.
I did baseball when it was called rotisserie baseball. They started in New York, and I was doing stats. Right? Well, yeah, and I was doing stats for that, which is a real pain in the ass because on a nightly basis, you have to make sure you got the West Coast stats. This was before the internet. You had to look for the USA Today, and they would post box scores. This was 2 days ago, but it was too late to get in the thing. It's like, geez, unbelievable. Thank goodness now with the computers and with Yahoo and ESPN and everybody else, you can get them and just put your teams in. But it's not easy.
I don't know how you guys did that back in the day. The internet makes I'm not a technological smart person. Like, I'm not that guy. Earlier today, I'm sitting here, I'm ready to Gronk spike my phone in the middle of Orange Brew.
You've had some times.
Because I can't link up to my hotspot. You know what I mean? But now you throw a couple fat mics down my throat, no issues, everything's live, everything's fun, everything's
good. Yeah.
But the way the internet does all these different games nowadays.
Here, pass this that way.
I
set it over there. He knows what to give me, I think.
I was in a thing the other night where it was top 300 baseball players, top 300 fantasy players, right? And if you're in a keeper league, you just import the settings of your keeper league to this thing, and it takes off everybody who's gone from your specific league. I was like, you got it.
So easy,
I'm
right?
Like, what? Yeah. But I'm sitting there at Paul's yesterday, and I'm over at Nick and Ivy. I'm sitting there cross up. Well, this guy's gone. This guy's gone. This guy's gone. This is who we have left. I still revert back to the old school mentality of things where it's like, I need that cheat sheet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You cross off the guy.
Well, see, in the baseball season, for those who are older than you and older, I mean, I'm about twice as old as you. I'll be 65 in 3 weeks.
Okay.
4 weeks, I think. Whatever.
You're 31 years older than I am.
Yeah. So we used to always get Baseball Street and Smiths. Okay, Baseball Street and Smiths magazine. And it would tell you about each and every team and all they're playing. I look today, I've got a Ryan Sandberg from 84, a Ryan Sandberg cover, Street and Smiths. Somebody wants it, give me a call. I'll make sure I pass it.
I'm pretty sure it's in good condition, too.
Because I'm moving and I'm finding all this stuff that I've got in the house. But that's the way you learned about what was going on because you didn't have the internet. You didn't have all these games on TV each and every year and each and every night. And now you can find everything. You get MLB.TV, pay $24, $24.99 a month. You get every game. Every game you want, you can find.
That may be
you got DirecTV.
Yeah.
You get the extra innings package. You get every game.
You know what's crazy? The price of the MLB TV, any game and every game that you want, is $24.99 a month.
Yeah. If you go to one game, you're going to spend 4 times that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like what I was going to talk about Sunday Ticket, DirecTV. I'm not looking forward to it in August or September when I got to call these guys and tell them I need my direct ticket back. I need my Sunday ticket back. Every time they do this, I always get astronomically charged. They always mess up my bill somehow.
It's about
$600
for the year.
$649.99 for the year.
But you get every game.
But with $24.99, I get.
I know
how many. What's 30? What's 32
every day.
times 162 every day?
Every single day. I know. The
That's
NFL knows because they can do it.
That's why the
NFL's always been king.
Yeah. I love the NFL and I hate it.
Yeah.
Sad news today.
I know.
Sad news today.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, a guy that you weren't sure if he was going to be an NFL quarterback or not. Okay?
Right.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I mean, he was a great quarterback when he was playing at Ohio State.
Yes.
But you weren't sure, and all of a sudden he dies today. I just heard he got hit by a car, but apparently he was
jogging.
Running.
Yeah, he was jogging.
See, something you and I don't have to worry about.
Yeah, no.
Unless they come up on the sidewalk. I know. I'm poking a little bit of fun, but I'm just saying.
Unless they drive through my living room, I don't got to worry about it,
Yeah. No, exactly. But that's, I mean, you see these guys. I mean, what is it, like a Rocky thing, running down the middle of the street?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to pull. Rocky 4.
But it was funny because most of these guys now, they're all working out in big facilities, nice facilities and things like that. And we saw that, heard that earlier today. He wasn't even 25 yet.
No, yeah.
I mean, that's
25 in May.
Yeah.
I mean, so sad. It really is. I mean, regardless, I know we're picking jokes and having fun here, but it's a sad thing.
Listen, there's sad shit happening all the time. Right. You know what? If we were bummed out every time something bad happened, we would never get out of bed.
Right.
I mean, so you got to keep going. And I know a lot of people have talked about it today. I know Harry posted about it earlier today. He couldn't believe it. I know Peter Blake got back to him and said, "Yeah, it really happened." So, it sucks. I mean, it's brutal on a day-to-day basis. You never know what's going to happen. Right. That's why you got to enjoy each and every single day the most you can. So it's wonderful.
The funny thing about this too is
grab my beer.
There we go.
There we go.
The funny thing about this too is what we're talking about, how you got to live day to day. I forget the comedian that I was listening to earlier this morning. He was kind of talking about the same thing. He's like, if you lived forever, ice cream would suck. And I get what he's trying to say. You know,
if you live forever, all your friends will be gone.
Right, but not only that, but if you live forever, the things that you take advantage of today, that you're like, oh man, I have this day. It's the same thing when you get sick. When I had COVID, I just recently had COVID again 2 weeks ago. You take advantage how healthy you are on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And you forget about that. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't wait to be fucking healthy again. You know what I mean? And then it happens, it's like, oh, guys, this is the end.
I've only had COVID once. The time I got it, I was here at Orange and Brew.
Oh, great.
2 days before
2
days before they found out I had it. And then I contacted each and every person I knew that had it. Mia Reynolds, who I met here, and then Vicky Reed, who I saw here, and Eric and everybody else. I told them, and we were here for an event, here for a special day here at Orange and Brew, downtown Downers Grove. You can't miss it here, right across from the train tracks. And I contacted everybody. As it turned out, nobody else got it.
Right.
Which was great. And now you're in a situation where I'm planning to go to Boston. And I'm figuring, okay, that's not bad. But I'm going to Europe next year. And I've heard people go to Europe, you got to get a test 72 hours before you go.
Anytime you leave the country, yes. Yeah.
Then you have to get another test
when you're
there leaving from.
Yep.
What happens if you fail that test?
Stay.
What if there's a false positive?
You stay. Well, when Megan and I, because my wife and I, we just went and did our honeymoon in, what was it, October or November? November. All right, we had to test 72 hours before we left and get our clean bill. All right, we got to present that to the airline. You're good to go. Then when you get there, you're fine. There's no test at the airport or anything like that.
But when you come back.
But they set it up at the facility where we stayed, and we went to the Dominican.
Right.
They set it up. It was like everything was quarantined off. Everybody sits in a line. They go out there. A lady swabs your nose, lets you know if you're good to go home. If not, we would have to stay for an additional, at this time, I don't know what the
14 days at that time.
Exactly. I don't, at that time in November, it was 14 days isolated in the hotel room with only room service coming up to us. I can't go outside.
The hotel room, you?
They do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That was nice.
They were really
go anywhere.
They were really cool about it. Yeah, they were really nice about it.
They turned the Cub game off. They're probably winning so easily they turned it off.
Scheffler's up 5 strokes though.
I see that. That's good. Sox are still up 4-2. The Cubs, they just figured they're going to beat the Brewers. No problem. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Brewers are not that great of a team. And everybody, that's going back to the baseball thing, obviously. I mean, it's baseball right now.
That's what we do. That's what we talk about.
Everybody's talking about it right now, so might as well, It's hot, right? It's the main thing right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's picking this Brewers team to be like such a hot team. I don't know, man.
I know a lot of people picking the Cardinals to win the division.
I think the Cardinals are definitely going to win the division.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Dylan Carlson, a nice young player. And
Jack
stuff.
Flaherty coming
Yeah.
back. Chris Carpenter had a great year last year.
You got old Pujols coming back. Him and Yachty and Wainwright for one more year.
That's crazy.
So they're all
Isn't it?
pulling for winning championship.
How
Yeah.
cool would it be if we get like, and I don't want to see it, but I always get I get in trouble with this all the time because I like Aaron Rodgers, but I hate Green Bay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love Brett Favre, but I still hate Green Bay. I love Albert Pujols. Like growing up, he was my guy.
It's hard for me to believe he never took steroids. I know. It is. Why? Because he came up in the era of that.
It was one of those things. Remember when A-Rod got caught?
Yeah.
The first time with the PEDs and the steroids? I remember I didn't give a shit if A-Rod got caught. Because you know what? It's you either love A-Rod or you hate him.
Right.
There was no middle ground in between.
Yeah.
Okay? With Albert Pujols, he was just that friendly guy. No, he never did anything wrong on the field or off the field.
Except he just divorced his wife.
That doesn't whatever.
That doesn't count.
That's null and void. I'm saying when I was growing up.
Weeks after brain cancer or something like that.
That's null and void from when I was growing up. When I was growing up, he didn't do anything like that. He wasn't that guy.
Right.
If Albert Pujols, and I will go to my grave saying this, if Albert Pujols would have tested positive in that time frame when I was watching baseball, at the clip that I was watching baseball, if he would have tested positive for PEDs or steroids, it would have ruined the game of baseball for me.
Would it really?
Yes.
See,
it would have ruined it for me.
Don't you believe? See, I'm in the case all those guys belong in the Hall of Fame. Clemens, Bonds, all those guys belong in the Hall of Fame. Because you know what? They put the numbers up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anybody else that played could have done the same thing at the same time.
But
and we don't know how many of them didn't or
But
did.
he let it go.
Yeah.
He let it go. He didn't care.
No, because the game was big at that point.
Right.
Why? Because of McGuire and Sosa back in '98 and everything else like that.
Well, the 98,
they brought
99
the game
season,
back.
It was also Ken Griffey Jr. was having a hell of a year. I mean, there was a lot of different guys in that home run race.
Yeah, I know.
Who else was in that home run race?
Now you're testing my mind. I forget all those things.
This is where we need Les Grobstein.
Yeah, I know.
He would
And
have
you know
known.
what? A cool thing the Cubs did. Not only did they honor Les, but they also honored Jeff Dickerson on opening day. They put him up on the Jumbotron. When all the Cub fans complained for decades about you can't get a Jumbotron here. You know what? It's pretty good.
Right.
It's nice to watch highlights.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
cool. Yeah.
Replays, that's a good thing. And so that was very, very cool. But yeah, Les is missed every day. There's probably someone that refers to Les all the time.
Yeah.
Talking about sports or a question or a comment or something like that. And he was an interesting guy. We worked with him.
Yeah.
I worked with him a long time. You worked with him for a short period of time. He's very
quirky.
interesting. Oh my God.
He's quirky as all get out. but he
Every
was
time
great too.
I go through my closet as I'm packing, I find another media guy that go, Les would want this. And I'm throwing it away.
He'd probably take it too.
Oh yeah. There's no
He'd
doubt.
probably take it too.
Uh-huh.
It's he was a baseball encyclopedia.
Yeah.
He really was.
He
I mean, he
was.
was a sports encyclopedia for that fact.
Yeah.
But speaking of baseball encyclopedia, we were just talking about he found the Ryan Sandberg sports.
Yeah, the Street Smiths.
Yeah, Street Smiths.
Saw just today. I looked at it. It was either 84 or 85, and I'm going, mint condition. Awesome. Put it in the box. My brothers go, you're not going to get anything for that. I said, I know, but I can't throw it away.
Right.
Even though it's got Ryan Sandberg. Well, I'm a Sox fan. Ryan Sandberg's in the cover. I said,
Somebody
I
would
can't throw
buy
it away.
it, I'm sure.
Oh, sure. But you know what? How much of a hassle it is to sell that kind of stuff?
Go to the Dave's guy over at AU Sports.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
He'll probably take it.
I get all these other things. These Sports Legends magazines. They have all these great artists that draw these people on the cover. I got Marino and Muhammad Ali and Wayne Gretzky and all this stuff. My brother goes, they're really cool, but you can't get anything for them. They're really nice.
Do you remember when Crunch Bar came out with the quarterbacks on the Crunch Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have all those too.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Me being a fat little kid, just like a fat adult, I decided to eat them.
Nowadays, collectibles, the younger age do not collect things now like we did back in the days in my era. And because of that, the stuff that we collected and kept isn't worth stuff.
Right.
Like it used to be. And it's tough.
Star Wars guys are, though. If you find Star Wars action figures, like the original 77, 82, and 84.
Yeah. I know.
Those are worth money.
There's certain things because there's the Star Wars geeks out there
I'm
all
a
the
Star
time.
Wars geek. Yeah.
That's fine.
I am.
No, but there are those people out there. But you've got to find that niche that wants that kind of
Right.
stuff. My brother-in-law is a huge comic book guy.
Right,
His
it's true,
basement
yeah,
is
yeah.
all kinds.
He has
of
over 10,000?
30,000. 30,000 comics, and he's got figurines and all that kind of stuff, and it's wonderful. It's great to look at, but I don't know. He doesn't plan on selling them. Somewhere along the line, if something happens, decades down the line,
well,
someone's going to sell them.
Watch him have something that's like super expensive. Watch him have like a Superman number
I'm sure he
6
does.
or something like that.
I'm sure he does.
A
He has all
Punisher
that
number
stuff.
4.
Yeah.
I know that because I'm a dork and I'm a geek too.
Well,
so
have you watched Moon Knight yet?
Not yet. No, I heard it's awesome.
It's hard to get into only because it's so different than everything else
Right.
you've seen. It's about Egyptian, the god of the moon, and
See,
all
I'm
this
cool
other
with that.
stuff.
I like that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
It'll take a little while, but it's good.
Sun God Ra and stuff like that.
They're only showing Khonshu. He's the god of the moon.
Okay.
And they're only showing one every Wednesday, kind of like they did with Mandalorian
I
and
hate
everything
that
else.
so much.
You know what?
I want to binge it. Just release all of it.
Disney knows
Let me
this
be
way.
that guy.
Every week he'll come back. So he'll come back. You ever see a thing called Things They Do in the Shadows?
On FX.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I started watching that yesterday.
It's so stupid, but it's so funny.
Funniest thing in the world. Linda's 2 sons, Brett and Jake, were over, and they were telling us, you got to watch this. So it's basically they're doing a documentary of vampires who have come from the old country, and they're in Staten Island.
Right.
And I only saw the first 2 episodes.
It's great. No,
it's
hilarious.
Awesome, yeah. And how about the energy vampire? There's a guy they call him the energy vampire, and basically he drains your energy from you because he bores you to death.
Right.
It's hilarious. It's such a funny show.
It's one of those. It's one of those dumb shows like Letterkenny is, where it gets you immediately. And it's, by the way, speaking of Letterkenny, not a sponsor. But
I'm still
take you guys
I'm
on.
still on the 4th season.
Oh, you got to catch up.
3rd season. I know. So much great stuff.
They're making a show of Letterkenny, but the character Shorzy.
Yeah.
It's going to be just Shorzy and how he got to his thing. It's going to be funny.
Yeah,
I'm
so
hoping
much
that they
great
don't.
stuff
I'm
on
hoping
TV.
that they never show his face.
Yeah.
Like they do in the actual Letterkenny, because it's funny. It's always him. Using the washroom.
He's
bare ass or
He's
something like
one,
that. It's
yeah.
funny.
He's the one that's just making the comments to the guys. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
Let's check the scores. Cubs are up 4-0 now.
And I think Sox are up 5-2 at this point.
White Sox are in a commercial again. See,
Here we go.
And the thing with the Cubs, the Sox-Cubs rivalry, Sox fans, Cubs fans rivalry.
Yeah, it's getting better
Let's go
nowadays.
That way. Yeah, but you know what happened on opening day? Wrigley Field was not full on opening day, and Sox fans gave them all kinds of shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, where's all the Cub fans? Where are all the Cub fans now?
Right. We'll
There's
see
a
what
reason
happens
not
on
to be
Tuesday.
there.
We'll see what happens on Monday or Tuesday. When do the Sox open up at home?
Tuesday
Tuesday.
against Seattle, I think. And Seattle's a team that many people are picking to win.
The World Series, which is
some
surprising
are.
to me. Yeah.
They picked up some great guys. They've got a really good rookie in the outfield.
Julio Rodriguez.
Yes, they have Kellenic, who's
Kellenic,
a second-year guy. And they
They
picked up
also
some other
have
great
that Ty
players.
France.
Yep. And your guy, you've had him in every fantasy
Every league.
Yeah.
I got him and Gary Sanchez in every single league.
And then they have Robbie Ray is their guy. Went out.
Robbie Ray pitched a good game yesterday.
It's a really good game.
Again, speaking of Robbie Ray, I'm going to fall back on fantasy baseball here a second. So Paul and his buddies and his brother and stuff like that, Nick and Ivy Paul, he asked me, he's like, there's this really fun league. We got an extra guy, an extra opening. Let me know if you want it. I'm in already too many.
Right.
I'm like,
That's the problem.
And I suck at fantasy baseball. Like I haven't been good at fantasy
And you
baseball.
suck at fantasy football.
Exactly.
License plate holder says.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, I'm like, whatever, I'll do it. All right. This is Wednesday night during my show as it's live, the draft. I'm doing my show, the draft, everything else live. I'm hurrying. I'm like, I can be a couple little minutes late on the show. Like, hey, hop in there.
Sure.
I had to pee. All right.
I know.
And then I hear I had the app set up in the background. I had to set up in the background. I hear bam, ba-da-dam, ba-da. It's my turn to draft. I'm like, no, I'm still peeing. Just steady stream of pee, just going, right? I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. Then I hear it again. I'm like, that's 2 picks on auto pick. This is not good.
No, auto pick blows.
Luckily, I had the 8th pick overall. I get Jose Ramirez.
Okay.
I'll take that. I'll take Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, he's going to put up numbers
He's
for you.
a poor man's Juan Soto.
Yeah, he'll definitely put up numbers for you. You'll be
Doesn't
good.
walk as much as Juan Soto, but he hits the crap out of the ball.
Yeah.
Steals some bags, drives in some runs with the RBIs. He's that type of guy.
Yeah.
The 2nd pick, I was infuriated with. I was pissed.
Who'd you get?
Robbie Ray. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm sitting there, I'm telling me, I'm like, I hate this. I hate this pick. I hate it because I hate it. I don't like it.
He pitched really good last year, and now he goes
268 strikeouts last year.
Yeah.
And I actually watched some of that game that was on yesterday with him pitching.
Yeah.
He was pretty dominant.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
And I think I'm okay with Robbie Ray. I'm okay with it.
But, taking a pitcher in the 2nd round sometimes is tough.
It hurts.
There's so many pitchers out there. You don't need to take that early.
So many of these guys went pitchers right off the bat. Boom,
Right.
boom, 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 boom.
Right.
It was like, holy moly. I don't know if I can handle all that. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a squad, but I ended up piecing together a decent little squad. I got Schwarber and Judge. And
how about Schwarber? First time up, a bomb. Yeah.
He's so good.
You know what? He's not going to hit for average.
No.
Not going to have a high on base. He's going to hit you your 35, 40 homers.
Yep. I tell
Get
you
you
this,
some
though,
RBIs.
I will take 9 Kyle Schwarbers over 1 Joey Gallo any day of the week.
Gallo's better in a position probably than
I don't
Schwarber
know.
is. I don't probably, but
I would think that Schwarber's the better defensive outfielder.
I don't know about that.
He's not that bad. He's not as bad as Eloy.
Well, he hasn't gotten hurt as much as Eloy. He's only got hurt once. Eloy's gotten hurt twice, I think. So yeah, but yeah.
And then Joey Gallo, he bats a $195.
You know what? Schwarber hit like 210 last year. Pretty low.
Still 30 points higher than Joey Gallo.
Yeah, well, they don't care anymore. That's the weird part about baseball is they don't care about average anymore. And I'm still an average guy. I'm still, you got to hit 260. Hit 260, do whatever. You hit anything under 260, it's like, okay, you suck.
That's exactly what I think, too.
Yeah. And it's not the way baseball's played nowadays. It's a whole different game. They don't care if you strike out. They don't care how many times you strike out. They care about your on base. Look at Grandal last year. His average was 240. His on base was 420.
That's insane.
Yeah. So they don't care.
It's the same thing with Joey Gallo.
But you know what? I don't want Grandal's on base to be high. I want him to drive in.
He clogs up the bases, right?
Exactly. He's one of the slowest guys in Major League Baseball. I want him to drive runs in, and that's a big problem when you're watching him. Plus, he can't catch.
I'm in the same boat. I think that's maybe, it's the old baseball mentality, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still want to see guys like Tony Gwynn.
Oh
I
my
want to see
God.
guys like Lance Berkman.
Guys put their bat in the ball. That's why when Madrigal went to the Cubs, I did not like that trade when it started. The day it was announced, I didn't like that trade. And Madrigal and Hoyer's got Tommy John. He's out for the year for the Cubs. But that was a bad trade the day it started because Kimbrel, you had a closer.
Yeah, you
the
didn't
White
need him.
Sox.
Yeah.
You didn't need Kimbrel. Yes, he was great closer for the Cubs. Now he goes out to the Dodgers. I guess he did a great job in his first game and shut down the Rockies, right? But that was a bad trade. Madrigal's going to be a guy that can get on base. He'll always hit the ball and make contact.
And he won't strike out.
No.
The thing that drives me nuts, again, me being a Cub fan, the Cubs are relying on both Nico Horner and Nick Madrigal to play each 140 games. And I don't think that's possible with either of them.
What do you do with Nico Horner when Andrelton Simmons comes back?
I think Andrelton Simmons is just your bang-up guy for defensive substitution later in the game.
Yeah, you spent too much money on that just for a defensive sub.
Well, Bodie's out
it's
too.
Up to Ross. It's up to Ross.
Right.
What he's going to do, but yeah, I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I love baseball. Baseball's my favorite sport of all of them. People ask me all the time for years. They've asked me. I worked at the Score, and I worked at ESPN. What's your favorite sport? I go baseball. On top of anything else, I like football, pro football. I'm not a college football guy. You are.
I am.
I can't stand college football. That Saturdays, people say, "What do you do?" I say, "Whatever you want." I have all day open. I'm not watching any college football.
You just got to know what games to watch. That's all.
Yeah, Jay
Another
Hoods
good
told me
matchup.
for years, watch the SEC. Watch the SEC.
The SEC is good.
I know, because all those guys are going to be in the pros.
Right.
I understand that. It's just there's way too many teams. There's way too many players.
You don't want to watch the
NFL's
Max.
nice. No. Well, Max wasn't. Maction. What is
Maction,
it? You get some
it's
catch some
bad.
Maction.
It's
Was it
terrible.
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, they're terrible.
They play all the time.
It's so bad, though.
But you get some quarterbacks in the NFL that play the MAC. I mean, Roethlisberger and guys like that.
Yeah.
You know, you get
Miami
some
of
guys.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. So you get some guys. So it makes it interesting. But we're at Orange and Brew today, and I think that was
Beautiful
Deion Thomas that walked in.
Deion
I don't know if there's
Thomas.
anybody
There
else
he
that's
is.
that tall over there.
There he is.
Over in that corner.
Oh, there he is.
And
yeah.
so
He's
we're trying to raise some money for Tracy Abrams and his mentoring impact. Come on
Strong
out.
impact.
We'll be out here throughout the day, and at least for a while longer.
Yeah, we're going to be out here for a couple hours more. Yeah.
So as
Hanging
long as
out
we
watching
can,
baseball.
as long as we keep drinking beer, watch baseball,
Right.
and talk to people. So
We're gonna be talking baseball, hanging out here, guys. We're gonna wrap this puppy up for you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on out. We're still gonna be here, so make sure you guys come on up, hang out, do the free throw contest, what we're gonna do, and support a great cause.
yeah, and it's nice because it was funny when we started. There was like 3 people here.
And now this place is packed.
Yeah, now
It's slammed.
it's
I feel like a
jumping.
sardine in
and
there.
it had nothing to do with us.
No,
No,
not a single thing.
They just come by here because that's what you do on a Saturday afternoon. You come out to Orange and Brew, have a great time.
Yes.
You pick up some beers, and you sit at the bar, grab some of the best beers you can get. So that's a wonderful thing to do.
Great time up here, guys. Great time. So on that note, guys, we will talk to you guys. There he is.
How are you?
All right, guys, we're out of here. You guys have a good one and take care. We'll see
You
you
never
guys soon.
know. We could jump back on, so
We'll
keep
probably
watching.
jump back on.
Keep
We'll probably
watching.
jump back on.